Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jamie Zoller, and I am the transfer specialist at the Western campus for our campus transfer centers. And you are at a session to learn more about our academic programs within business at Tracy and also some transfer information. So I'm going to let Robin introduce herself and her role, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling. So.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Jamie. My name is Robin Williams, college-wide program manager of business administration degrees. And under that umbrella, we have several programs, one being the general business management degree, human resource management, international business, supply and purchasing management, small business management, accounting, and I believe I said human resource management. So our programs, we also have the transfer business degree, and we'll go over the actual PowerPoint here.
You just get to it, Robin. Sorry.
Sure, no problem.
One screen is being funky. Sorry.
It's okay.
Give me that PowerPoint. Oh my goodness. It's way over here. Oh my gosh. Let me reopen it, Robin. My apologies. I promise I know what I'm doing. Just my screen being funky. So go back to it real quick here. I had it all ready too, guys. So sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So just to give an overall summary of the college here at Cuyahoga Community College, students will find an innovative, high quality and affordable education of opportunities to help you prepare for a specific career, and we'll talk about that. Increase your current skills and enter into the workforce quickly and be well prepared academically. With small classes and award-winning faculty, many of our faculty have worked in the workforce and now has transitioned. So what you're getting is that that hands-on practitioner experience that is teaching you actually. And you can earn an associate degree and take advantage of our many partnerships, and I'll talk about that as well. And for the and can also transfer to a four-year college, which Jamie will speak about as well. So thank you. Next slide, please. So in regard to our business administration degrees, this is just a list, and I had spoken about those earlier. So there is the general business management degree. As we know, business is applied in every sector, from nonprofit to healthcare to higher education. So a solid business background or base knowledge can really allow you to go into any sector and be successful. We also have supply management. That's more on your manufacturing side. We have accounting, and under the umbrella of accounting, which is a very solid field with many accounting firms that we work with and partner with that offer internships, as well as the supply management and other areas. But under our accounting, as you can see, we have specific certificates, one being our CPA, Certified Public Accountant. That certificate, many students will come to Tri-C to study and get the necessary credits to sit for the CPA exam. And we're very proud to be an institution that can support that. And then they go into the accounting field. We also have tax and payroll certificates, bookkeeping certificates, and those are fields that are ready to receive our students. Just yesterday, I received an email from a company that will be looking for bookkeepers. So they reached out to Tri-C. We have partnerships with many companies across the region. Our business technology, that's more of an administrative certificate, also very much in high demand. That's more of your Microsoft computer systems, many of your executive assistants, a coordinator, a support to a dean, let's say if it was in higher education, scheduling, all of that is right around your technology skill set, but also working in a business area. So that's a very popular area as well. They also have administrative certificates. We have a legal certificate that falls under that umbrella. And then we have the marketing and social media certificate, which is a very popular kind of a two-prong. So there's the 2-year marketing associate's degree, but then there is an attached, if you choose to, take 6 additional courses, which would afford you a social media certificate. And as we know, social media is pretty much the wave of the future. Just 5 years ago, you did not see a company in the job description asking for someone that was skilled in social media. Today, you see that very, very frequently in almost all of your companies, especially companies in the area of business. So that would be great, 6 more classes if you come out to kind of have that combined degree. And we have several students that will do that, that currently work in the industry or desire to go on the marketing side in an industry. We also have international business, which is again a popular degree. Many of our students that obtain that degree will transfer and finish up with a 4-year degree in international business. And they work right here for local companies, but have a global international reach, someone like a Lincoln Electric. We have corporations, even with PNC Bank and other companies across the landscape. Another one that I think about is RPM. That's a paint coating company. They are international. So we get the question a lot to say, well, what would I do with an international business? Also, Jamie will talk about the transfer degree. You could get that and transfer and pick up another discipline, but having a broad scope of international business. And then there's the human resource management, another very popular degree that is sought after. And as I mentioned with business management, human resources, as we know, is applicable in every sector from higher education, nonprofit, corporate America. So that is a very popular one, and that gives you the blend of your business management side of it, but you also have the basic human resources. There are many fields. I know Cleveland State offers a master's in labor relations, so many individuals and students will get the associate's degree and then brought out into a specific discipline under the umbrella of human resources, which is a broad spectrum. There's talent management, as I mentioned, labor relations, there's talent acquisition. So many human resource professionals decide later, oh, I find that I work in HR, I really like this area, and will go back and further their education, but yet start with an associate's degree here at Tracy. So next slide, please. Professional development, one of the things we do in the program, which we're very proud of, is we ensure that we offer professional development for our business students. There are internships available from the discipline in which you are working in. Our career services area work very closely with myself and our faculty to place students. The college itself also has an annual summer internship, which they usually will support about 200 companies, and there's a big fair every spring where literally they're all in a room interviewing for internships. That is a paid internship. Also, sometimes credit is tied to that. You do have to go through an application process, so be on the lookout for that, and that is something that the college will manage. There's also free books that go along with that. And I used to work for the city of Cleveland prior to coming to Tri-C, and a student who was getting her degree in business technology interned in HR, and she ended up getting a full-time position once she got her degree. So that's just an example how our students are placed and working with that partnership. The city of Cleveland is one of our partnerships. On the internal side, we offer job shadowing opportunities. We offer, just this week, we were doing mock interview series virtually for our students. We launched that last year, and that was very successful. And we will do that probably twice a year. We'll do it for our graduates that are graduating in December and next May. And basically what that is we spend an hour with a student, they sign up, there's no charge to you for that. We go through an interview, we give you feedback. And it pretty much has been a great learning experience for our students. And then career services offer resume writing, resume review, and that is something that students can always reach out to say, hey, I want to brush up on this. So make sure that you take advantage of those resources. And you will find too, sometimes it's an assignment that may be given by your business professor in the early classes to complete a resume. And I do know that career services will visit different business classes to share with you. And typically that's around the first of the semester, all of the resources that's available for our students. Okay. Next slide, please. Here at Tri-C, I had mentioned internships. Part of that is the career explorations, and then I talked about some of our business partners and employers. We partner with accounting firms. Again, a broad reach regionally. One of the things that is supported here at the college for our business degrees, we have a business advisory committee, which is mandated by the state, and that consists of about 15 companies, Cleveland Clinic, Progressive, and these are executives that sit on the board that provide counsel and direction. So they are a resource that we reach out to. Many of those individuals have hosted our business students at their companies. IT, technology, we have the healthcare industry, so really a broad range. One of the things we do every fall is an accounting tour. And in a non-COVID world, we would actually transport our students, provide transportation to take our students to a selected company to host for a half day or a day. And our students that are majoring in accounting, they spend a day learning about accounting and interacting with senior management, what it means to be an internship, what are the expectations of an accountant. And we will be doing that this fall, and that will be virtual. And we have 2 sessions in October, 2 sessions in November. And last year we did it, and we were able to have American Greetings, which was a new partner, Overall Company, Applied Technology, and Diebold, and it was very successful. As I mentioned here, we have law firms. One of our partners are major law firms here in downtown Cleveland. A lot of our business technology students, remember I talked about the administrative assistant, that has been a pipeline where they may intern, and we've had law firms reach out to us just recently. Ernst & Young accounting firm, a very popular accounting firm, reached out to us looking for students. And so again, those are great bridgeways for permanent employment, and many of the firms will pay for your education if you're looking to transfer to a 4-year university and ultimately even get a graduate degree if that is your choice that you choose. And we also have small business. There's the Minority Small Business Center, which is free services. We have the Goldman Sachs Business Center here that's housed and partner with Tri-C. So just make sure that you are asking your professors. My name is Robin Williams, and also reaching out to career services and maximize the opportunities that is available to you as a student. Okay, next slide. So here I'm going to talk high level because I don't want to steal Jamie's thunder. This was part of the presentation. Just basically, we partner with many colleges throughout the region here for students to transfer and get Associate of Arts in Business. But Jamie's going to tell you a little more about that and the work that they do. Okay, I think there's next slide. Okay. So these are some of the business academic resources. Wanted to kind of give you a high level, and as I mentioned, the services that we provide, tips on career guidance, assistance, both academic, professional, and personal. Just a kind of a landscape of who is our student. We have a diverse student base. Traditional students range from age 17 to 24. We also have a non-traditional student audience from 30 to 75, even older. Many of our students transfer from other colleges, one being what we call a transient student, which many of you may find that That's basically taking a class at Tri-C or a community college that may be cheaper or it's more convenient for you because you had a loaded schedule with another university or college. And we get a lot of students from four-year universities that will come through and take a class for a semester and then go back to their college. We have working professionals. The average student is your working student that has a family, that is doing life, that is working full time. So we try to be flexible and work around your schedule to service your needs as a student. Career change. A lot of our students will come back if they've been in an industry. I get that a lot. Where a student will call and want to know about a human resource degree, how long it will take. I've been with my company 30 years, but I want to move up and I need education behind that. Or I want to change. I'm a teacher. I want to completely change from teaching and going into business. So I want to obtain a business degree. So that's an example of a career change from a student. Some of our academic resources, we have excellent business faculty, as I mentioned earlier. Most of our faculty have worked in the business industry as executives. The one that come to mind is an accounting professor who was a VP of investments for Key Bank for many years. He was a chief financial officer, certified public accountant, as well as a doctorate of education. And now he's on the end of teaching. So that's the great thing, is that you have those that are leading you who have experience in the workforce and can give really great counsel. We have student support services, one being our transfer center. Again, Jamie will talk about the services. We have academic advising and tutoring and writing and mentoring, and just want to make sure that our students have all of the resources. So just wanted to give you a high level view of that. Next slide, please. Student support services, as I mentioned, I just wanted to list them: the Learning Commons, careers services. These are just some of the student life centers that is listed as well. And you'll learn more about that in the orientation. Okay, next slide. Okay, and that again is a mention of some of the majors for the transfer that Jamie will talk about. So we'll go to the next slide. I believe I'm wrapping up here. Just some of our partnerships that Jamie will speak about. Okay, next slide. And just want to open it up to any questions, or maybe we'll wait and Jamie and I will take questions on both ends. So I want to turn it over to Jamie. Thank you for your time. And my name is Robin Williams, and I can be reached at Robin, ROBIN .Williams, WILLIMS at tri-c.edu. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. I've added your email to the chat so
Thank
we
you.
can connect
Appreciate
with
it.
you.
Thank you so much.
And Jamie, I am turning presentation back over to you, ma'am.
Fabulous. I was able to iron out my kinks that were going on. So I appreciate your collaboration there, Jazz, and everyone's patience. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know what happened. It's a Friday feel, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my portion of the presentation. And as Robin mentioned, and as I mentioned before, my name is Jamie Zoller, and I am the West Campus Transfer Specialist. And I'm here just kind of show you some services that we offer in our center and kind of highlight even what Robin was speaking about a little bit even further about specific business programs. But those are our lovely faces currently in our transfer centers. We have Melissa Swafford at the Metropolitan Campus, myself at the Western Campus located in Parma, and then Katie Brayford, who's at our West Shore Campus. And we're currently in search of folks to help staff our Eastern Campus right now. But those are the current faces of the Transfer Center. And what we're really here to help with is the process of transferring out to a four-year school to pursue a bachelor's degree program. And if you're interested in business, we can help kind of highlight those special programs or partnerships or planning that might best suit your needs and what you'd like to get into. We help with the application process. We research schools and programs and scholarships. We connect you with those four-year schools, and that's a big piece of what the Transfer Center really tries to do, is engage you with these folks early on, not to wait till you're all done with your degree at Tri-C and then kind of go, now what? And what should I be doing now other than applying? We try to make sure that you have an active role in that while you're a Tri-C student. So we can highlight those things for you. Just general transfer planning assistance, such as timeline and readiness, when it comes to those things as well. We offer a variety of transfer fairs, events, and tours throughout the year. Pre-COVID, we used to do similar to what Robin was talking about, how a group of students may go to a business or organization and visit. We used to do that too with some four-year institutions like Cleveland State, Akron, Kent, BW, those type of institutions. We've had to rely on showing some virtual events at this point, but we're hoping to get those back up and running again, even some of our events to get those back in person as well. We also offer something called external advising in our center, and that means that we bring four-year schools to the transfer centers, whether it be over the phone or in person with a couple of our schools, and students are able to sit down with a rep from that institution and talk about how their classes transfer over. It's a really great opportunity to connect as well as get a sense of where you stand academically in degree completion. It also can help even conversations of what other classes you may be able to register for moving forward. So it's a big service that we offer, and doesn't cost anything or require you to apply anywhere. It really is the opportunity to explore, shop, if you will, to talk about different schools and different programs. So that's a little bit about a lot of what we do in our centers. And really our hope is just to help you with that transition to your next place and next step. So some transfer must-dos. One of them for sure is to make sure you let your academic counselor know that you're planning to transfer. This is helpful to know to make sure that you're in the proper degree at Tri-C that align with your transfer and career plans. And that can really help the conversation of again, what type of classes and should you be expecting to take, and how can you academically plan appropriately when it comes to your transfer plans as well. We want you to connect with us early. As I mentioned before, we will certainly help you if you graduate and not sure what your next steps are. We'll certainly help you at any point of your time at Tri-C, but we hope to snag you a little early so that we can talk to you really about what this entire process, whether it be the next 2 years, 3 years, a semester, whatever your time frame looks like. We want you to come meet with us early to have those conversations so we can begin that process for you. And that can be as seamless of a transfer as we possibly can make it. Knowing your major and intended school of where you're planning to go is certainly helpful, but you can certainly come to us with no idea what and where, and we can certainly help you explore those options. We have partner schools that Robin had shown you a few of those, and I'll certainly show more of those on future slides as well. So there's partnerships that we have with certain schools for business and a lot of other programs too as well. We like to talk about degrees just to kind of let you know what are the most transfer friendly degrees. So generally speaking, if you were saying you wanted to transfer on to a four-year institution, we'd encourage you to look at the Associate of Arts or the Associate of Science completion, more than likely the Associate of Arts based on its kind of pathway to business programs appropriately. But there are some special partnerships that we have coming from those Associate Applied Business degrees that we offer in those areas that Robin was talking about as well. So it really is important to chat with us about your current Tri-C degree, your plans or goals, knowing how much of the associate degree in that area can get you, or if a bachelor's degree is going to be required for many reasons. It could be compensation or move around in your position or to do something specifically. That might be something that we can have conversation about. And then we have partnerships and statewide transfer agreements. They may also help you support that transition to a four-year school as well. So partnerships. So many students ask, what the heck is that? And what do you mean by that? Partnerships is a fancy way of saying that we have an agreement with institutions that Tri-C students have access to their schools through different capacities. It means we have good relationship with these institutions in various programs. We don't have partnerships in every program at every school, but we can certainly help students explore those options. We have 30 plus partners, mostly in Ohio, but some out of state as well. So some of those icons of those institutions are some of the schools that we partner with, but there are certainly more of that. I always tell students we help you transfer anywhere and everywhere and at any point. We certainly help you understand the benefit of having your associate degree first, because there's a lot of great benefits in doing that. But I always tell students in a very kidding manner, I'm not a saleswoman, and if I was one, I'd be a horrible one. So my job is not to sell you anything. My job is to show you your options and benefits of completing things in a certain pathway. And there are different types of partnerships. Each are unique, but they are to help streamline that transfer process. Some can include perks that help you save time and money. Some of these programs are called dual admission, which are special partnerships that we have with some institutions that allow you to be in admitted to Tri-C and another institution at the same time. And this could provide you access to some of their student support services, some academic advising, even opportunities to attend, those institutions' events. So it is a nice way to kind of dip your feet into your next institution early on. We don't have dual admission partnerships with every school that we offer. There's probably about 5 or 6 that are active currently, but we're always continuing to strengthen or renew our relationships and partnerships with some of our institutions. We also have something called Ohio Guaranteed Transfer Pathways, also known as OGTPs. And there is one for business that is out there. OGTPs are guaranteed pathways of coursework or degree requirements that will transfer to public institutions in the state of Ohio. So you wouldn't really necessarily need to know which institution you're going to if it's public. It certainly gives you an idea of how classes would transfer should you follow a specific course sequencing. There's also the Ohio Transfer 36. This is formerly known as the Ohio Transfer Module, OTM. It's that bundle of general education classes that would follow you to other institutions in the state as well. And then we also have transfer insurance guides. So in layman terms, what it's really important to do is come talk to a transfer specialist, and we're happy to help you explore what program might best fit you or what might be the best path based on where you're going and what you're doing. Okay. One of our strongest partners, obviously, is Cleveland State University, and we're launching a new program called the Future Vikings program. And basically, this is designed for any student who knows they want to go to Cleveland State. And some benefits that come from that is access to our transfer centers at both institutions, faculty and academic advisors, student support services at both institutions, early connections to academic colleges at Cleveland State while you're a Tri-C student, one-on-one advising at both institutions, pathways to ensure course transfer, and then priority consideration for transfer scholarships. So if you know you want to go to Cleveland State, you're considered a future Viking, and we can certainly help you navigate what program might best fit your needs based on, again, what you're going for, if it's degree link or dual admission or traditional transfer, whatever the case might be, we're there to help kind of navigate through that with you. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email the Future Vikings email address that's listed there at the bottom. We also have a kickoff event beginning on October 21st. So that might be something that if you still have some questions about, you're more than welcome to reach out to us in the transfer centers and we can help. So to talk about transfer in business specifically, Robin touched on these in a few of her slides as well, but just to kind of give you some ideas of institutions and explain some different things. So I just wanted to kind of highlight again the difference between an Associate of Arts versus an Associate of Arts with a business major and versus the Applied Associate of Business degree that Tri-C offers. So applied degrees aren't bad things by any means. They are designed for you to maybe take a couple general education classes and then really take very specific classes to complete that degree and then go do that thing to the most that you can with the associate degree program. Associate of Arts or the Associate of Arts of Business is going to be more of those gen ed classes with some sprinkle in of some business-like courses that would help you complete the general education requirements at most institutions. So truthfully, again, depending on what program you're going for and where you're going, we can help you navigate what might best fit your plans. Trust me, we get students that come in and ask, am I close to a degree? And sometimes it's changing things up. It doesn't take away the type of classes that students take. But there are opportunities to review all the different associate's degrees in the business academic areas versus the Associate of Arts. And then again, looking at those OGTPs, if that's maybe a better route to take, considering where the student's going and what they're going for. We have a ton of different business partnerships with some institutions, and I just wanted to list some of those programs and common institutions that we have these partnerships with. Again, not every partner school offers a pathway or a guide for all these programs, but it is certainly helpful that if we have that resource, we want to put those in your hands. But those are the type of majors, it's certainly not limited to, of that list there. I tried to highlight as best I could, Robin, all the great business programs that we consider business, even at Tri-C and moving forward at four-year schools. And also keeping in mind that four-year schools can call their business programs very, very different things. So like one, might be, human resources, one might be human resource management, but it might be a similar program. Business management and admin, general business, all different things. Some schools even offer a BA in business studies where it might be a little bit more general, or depending again on your career path, whatever the case might be. So those are just a few of the major business programs in our partnership schools that we work with. Again, as I mentioned before, we do not limit students to transfer only to certain schools. I've had plenty of students come to me with some very unique institutions that they've looked into. An example of a business student, I actually went to go visit a business class, and a student had gone out on a vacation with their family out to Wyoming and fell in love with the university and wanted to transfer for business at Wyoming. Never had looked into their transfer resources before. Student really wanted to look into what happened and ended up getting some great scholarships too. So again, we have vast knowledge of transfer lingo and transfer information and really try to help you connect with those things. So, if you want to go into a specific program or even a specific school and want to explore your options, certainly let us know. We are here to help through that process and navigating through it. You can certainly connect with us by scheduling an appointment online. So you can go to our website, clicking on the purple button that says schedule an appointment. We offer appointments WebEx, in person, and phone. And you're able to make those appointments through the Western, the Metro, and the West Shore campus currently. I also service students that attend the Brunswick campus too. So if there's ever, that type of opportunity, you're more than welcome to do that. You can even email us directly. We all have we have office emails and direct emails. You are more than welcome to connect with us. Again, we're really here just to make sure that transfer process is as smooth and seamless as possible. So that concludes my portion. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my
Thank you
screen.
so much, Jamie, for that amazing information, and also
Absolutely.
to you, Robin.
Sure.
I'm checking the chat. We do not have any questions as of yet. If any of our attendees would like to ask one of our wonderful presenters a question, the chat is open, or feel free to unmute yourself and you can ask your question. If not, I will end recording of the session. So we'll give them a minute or so. Nothing has popped in the chat yet, and no one's gone on mute. So I'm going to end our recording today.